without thinking, and it was a good night.
Can you take us through what ended up being the game winner?
Say again?
In overtime, that long three.
Yeah.
On the assist.
Yeah. I mean, they were not trying to switch kind of throughout the game, but they were doing like late switch and just created a little bit of separation from Brunson. And it was a pretty deep one. And just let it fly without conscious, and we're just making plays for each other down the stretch. JT, had some big plays to keep that lead that we built, and then they made a little run, and I'm happy the way we responded and came out with a win.
Steph, one you took from the logo, I think you were on the K on the logo. There was 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Did you think about stepping in a little bit, or were you just like, what?
I don't know. Just the ball rolled to me. I said, "This is destiny." Let's just picked it up, and just let it fly. Honestly, without thinking too much. And those are the best kind of nights. You just playing free and letting it fly, and shots are going in.
You take your average 3-point shot distance is like among the longest in the league. Why do you shoot from so far behind?
I don't know, but there's like a correlation between me shooting, because I've tried to see if my efficiency goes up the closer I am to the 3-point line, but it really doesn't. And I don't know why. I'm just comfortable shooting a little bit out, and it also helps our offense, just stretching the defense out even more. And so it's kind of if my efficiency doesn't change, then I just take those deeper ones, and I don't know, it's maybe a little bit more comfort just knowing it's even the guy's not gonna be able to get there at all for a decent contest, and just taking my time and just letting it fly.
When did you take a look at the stats of that?
Maybe after Washington, before Boston. Yeah, I was kind of with my friend Giannis, who works me out in the summers. We were looking at it, and he was he wanted me to shoot closer, and I did that throughout the summer. But then as the season started again, I kind of reverted back to my old habits and just started shooting further out. And I did shoot a little bit closer, but then we checked the efficiency was the same. So he was just, we just agreed that I'll just do me and shoot them wherever I feel comfortable.
Kristaps, how many stitches in the nose?
4 stitches.
And what was that like? I mean, you loved it. You walked off the floor bloody, and everybody went nuts, and you played to that. But just kind of finishing the season strong, doing this here, the place that you've received your share of boos. I mean, just kind of the last week has been, seemed like pretty enjoyable for you.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, you already know how much I love playing in front of our crowd, and then having those interactions with the crowd. And that was just a perfect moment. All my teammates already know I'm a big UFC fan, and me getting hit was kind of just fit that moment, and me just walking off and feeding it to the crowd was a fun moment. And obviously playing here, it's always very fun. Here the fans are super into the game, and they love the Knicks, and I enjoy playing here as home player, and now also on the road. So it's been fun, and especially now finishing the season strong, regular season, and then preparing ourselves for what's coming.
How do you kind of react to just Jaylen toughing it out through his knee injury and everything?
Yeah, he's a tough dude. He always preaches, his warrior mindset, and he lives by it, But to what extent we need that right now, maybe he needs to take care of it and make sure he's going to be ready for the most important moments. So I think we just have to encourage him to make sure he does everything he needs to prepare to get it healthy and to prepare for what's going to come. And I think he's a smart guy, so he will. It just shows his heart and how bad he wants to be out there, even for games that maybe don't mean super much for us right now. But that's who he is, and we appreciate him for that.
Based on your reaction, I assume you could tell pretty quickly that it was just a cut, not a broken nose or anything like that when you did take the elbow to the face.
Yeah, I think I maybe touched it a little bit at first, because when I was in Dallas, playing in Dallas, I got hit, so it actually broke one way. and you can still kind of see it's not perfectly straight. So I got hit on this side. I was hoping maybe it will go back and be straight again, but I don't think it moved. So, but my breathing's okay. So I think I'll just leave it like this for now, and maybe I'll get it fixed after I'm done playing.
And after the things you've dealt with this season, just how are you feeling physically coming into the playoffs here?
Yeah, feeling decent. Honestly, I'm still a little bit up and down since I recovered from this stuff. So my energy is not perfect, and you know everybody knows. But yeah, I'm playing through it, and I think if we get a few days off, we'll be perfect. We'll be perfect. Just rejuvenate the body, and yeah, I'll be ready to go.
Joe not calling timeout before Jason's shot to tie it in regulation. How much confidence does that give you guys on the floor?
Of course. Joe is very mindful of that, and who gets going, and especially JT. You know, if JT's feeling good, like we just want to give him the ball and get out of his way, and he was getting some big buckets towards the end, and you just want to let him work and do his thing, you know, and Joe is very mindful, very locked into the game, always calling the right plays, timeouts, etc. So hats off to him and JT.
Did you think the Knicks were fouled before letting him shoot a three?
I don't know. Honestly, I was just in the moment. I didn't. So which moment you're talking about?
The last play of regulation, they were up by 3 when Jason hit the 3 to tie.
Yeah, they could have. Yeah, that was they took a gamble. And yeah, big shot.
Do you feel like the team is... Do you feel like the team is...
All done. Thank you.
I didn't hear last question.
I said last question.